couple of you spotted that yesterday. Subliminal message. I was wearing a hoodie yesterday with this design on. Some of you were like, oh, Paul, love the hoodie. Thanks very much. I designed it with a company called Monsieur T-shirt, Monsieur T-shirt. Because I love what they do. I asked them to collaborate, they said yes, and I said, here's an idea for you for Brexit. Get me some t-shirts and hoodies with the words Bisous Bye on them and the European flag with one of the stars missing. Because today is January 31st, 2020. And it's official, I guess. We're leaving properly. The European Union, we're going. Today is the day. Ish. I mean, it's not really the day. I mean, it's kind of the day. It's the day that we signed divorce papers, is what's happened. 3 years ago, we said, hey, we're getting a divorce. Today we sign the papers. And then now there's another year where we still have to live together in the same apartment before we figure out exactly when we do split up and we have enough money to buy another apartment each. Who keeps the table? Who keeps the desk? Who keeps the vinyl players? Who keeps the alcohol? What do we do with the joint bank account? Fuck, there's so much stuff to figure out. Who gets to keep the friends? Up until now, we've had joint friends together, and now we have to like split our friends. But it's going to be a nightmare, people. So in reality, nothing's changing for another year. But it's just a symbolic day, which is why I have the t-shirt, the Bisous Bye situation going on. By the way, if you're interested in buying a Bisous Bye t-shirt, hoodie, sweatshirt, I think they're the 4 items that Monsieur T-shirt have made. The link is below. Get on it before they become so rare. Oh God. This is like literally the 5th time that I'm trying to record this video today, because I figured that I needed to say something, right? I'm the English person living in France that's the comedian. There's only one of me in the entire world, the English comedian that lives in France, that people know about and want the opinion of Brexit. So I've tried recording like 3 videos, it hasn't happened, so I've made myself a cup of tea. The time is 5 to 1 in the morning, cup of tea as usual. Welcome to a 10 minutes with Taylor. This is not a 2 minutes with Taylor, it's a 10 minutes with Taylor, and it's the end. It's the end of an era, people. We're officially leaving the European Union. I don't know. Only history will tell the effects of what this is, if it's good or bad. I don't know yet. For me personally, if in all honesty, I don't really care. I mean, I have this, right, a British passport that's a European. It's going to be collector now with this sort of burgundy colour, because now they're blue. I haven't renewed this passport in since November 2016 was when that expired. I haven't renewed it since. I have an Irish passport, I have a French wife, and I have a French daughter. So I'm covered, I'm alright. But for many other people, it's not the case. For many other people, it's a lot more complicated. There's a lot more paperwork to do, and who knows what will happen. Yeah. The fun thing is that French media thinks that I actually know what I'm talking about with Brexit. So tomorrow I've got a bunch of interviews, 4 different interviews with radio and TV. So if you're watching this in the morning when I post this, I post it at 7 in the morning on the 31st. This is going out. So if you're interested in listening to me talk shit about Brexit, here is my schedule. You can either listen to me live on France Bleu at 12 p.m. Or France 24, the TV channel, in English at 2 p.m. and at French at 2:30 p.m. and then on French radio again, France Inter, the show called Pop 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 at 4 p.m. So I'm preparing for that tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't even know what the questions are going to be. It's going to be like, oh, what do you think? Blah, blah, blah. I don't understand. I don't see how it would be a good thing, to be honest. But I don't know. We'll see. I understand why people voted. I understand why people want to stay. I'm obviously in the stay side of things. I would rather the UK stay in Europe. But I understand the people that don't. Got to respect the vote. So yeah, this is the last 2 minutes with Taylor. It's 10 minutes. And I'll tell you why. Well, one, it just fits well with Brexit. The UK leave Europe. I'm leaving 2 minutes with Taylor today. This is it. It's the final one. A couple of reasons. Number one is that essentially January was a very quiet month for me. I wasn't very busy, even though I still had some stuff going on. So I was like, oh, cool, let me use this opportunity to do some daily stuff and speak to you guys and have a conversation with you for a month, which is how this channel started, basically. The whole channel started with me doing daily vlogs 2 years ago when I was doing my show 3 nights a week, and I wanted to bring more people to the room, so I thought I'd show the behind the scenes of what it's like to be a comedian in Paris. So I was doing vlogs, you know, edited and all that kind of stuff, and that went well for a couple of months, and then I slowed down the pace. I was doing 1 vlog a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, just when stuff was happening that was interesting, that I thought might be interesting behind the scenes, and it was going well. It was cool. There were between like 5,000 and 10,000 views per video, a couple of comments here and there, and you know, it was just a kind of side hobby thing on top of me doing my stage show. And then what happened in October is I started posting extracts from my stand-up show, the one I was touring for 3 months. 3 fucking years. Put out the extracts, and they went crazy. 200,000 views, 300,000 views, 400, 500. One of them is at like 1.8 million views. So clearly you like me doing stand-up. You like that content. And a lot of it's around language as well. And clearly you're enjoying the language stuff, because when I started doing the 2 minutes with Taylor, I think I've done maybe 10 or 12 videos about language, and they're all the ones that have done really well, and the ones that you don't really care about are the ones like this, where I'm just talking to the camera about nothing, basically. So I've decided to like rethink what I'm doing with the channel. So 2 minutes with Taylor for now is off. I'm not going to be doing them daily anymore. At least daily. I'll pop on the camera if I find something funny that happens in a day, and I've got a fun story to tell you guys. Then I'll tell it on a 2 minutes with Taylor. Other than that, I'll still do vlogs when interesting stuff is happening, because that was the whole channel started with vlogs. But since then, a whole bunch of other people have joined the channel and subscribed for other reasons than the vlog. So I've even got like footage from me on stage doing like 2 minutes with Taylor, replying to questions that I get during the show, at the end of the show. So I need to edit those and put those out. So I'm not saying goodbye to the channel. I'm obviously still here, but it just won't be a daily thing for a while. But it's been fun. It's been fun interacting with you guys for the last month, every day, reading all the comments. I read all the comments. I just don't reply to any of them, because I barely have time to make the videos, let alone reply individually to all the comments. But thanks for all your questions over the last month, specifically the language ones, because that's what you guys love, apparently. That's where you fucking write back, you interact with each other, which is amazing. So I think I'm going to do more language-based stuff. Language and comedy, that's what I do. That's what I've always done. And so I'm going to keep doing that. Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. I was listening to a song today, one of my favourite songs, by Coldplay, which is called "The Scientist," and the lyrics of the chorus, I was like, oh, that totally makes sense for a day like today. With the lyrics, I've forgotten the lyrics. It's my favourite song, but I'm not going to sing it. I'm just going to read you the lyrics, which was Nobody said it was easy. It's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be so hard. I'm going back to the start, which I found very appropriate because it's basically what's happening with the UK. We're parting. No one said it was easy, and we're going back to the start, which is basically also what I'm doing with this channel. Is I'm going to take a little break and rethink what I'm doing on the channel. But it's been an absolute pleasure for this last month. Really enjoyed it. Hope you have too. And there's only one thing left to say, and that's